Hey guys, welcome back to This Week in the EPL. Today, I will be giving my Match Week 29 Premier League predictions. For our first match, we have Liverpool vs. Bournemouth at Anfield, and this should be an interesting match to watch considering Liverpool are going to try and rebound from their first loss in the Premier League to Watford last week. That said, I just want to note that Liverpool, this isn't a one-off match against Watford. They've had a poor run of form recently, losing to Chelsea in the FA Cup, losing to Atletico in the Champions League, and also struggling against the West Ham team. Although they did get a result, they played very poor in that match as well. That said, I think Liverpool, their quality this season stands alone in the Premier League, and there's no way they will lose to this Bournemouth side, who is, I believe, 2-1-10 away and has not won a match in their last 3 matches. So it's, for me, this is an easy pick for Liverpool, but it will be interesting to see how they respond with the Champions League coming. So I give this one 3-1 to Liverpool. Wolves vs. Brighton at Molyneux Stadium, and this one should be an easy match to pick. Wolves are a team that are absolutely flying high right now, undefeated in their last 4 matches, have moved up to 6th in the Premier League table. Brighton, a side that has not won a match in their last 5 matches. Also, a poor defense. Brighton are not great defensively and have an away record of 2-4-8. So this one is an easy prediction for me. I'm going to give it 2-1 to Wolves. Arsenal vs. West Ham at the Emirates. Arsenal, a team that is undefeated in the Premier League in 2020, versus a West Ham team that got a very big result last week against Southampton, but for the most part have been inconsistent and lack quality. Also, David Moyes has struggled to inspire the group since he's come in as their new manager. Although Arsenal did have a shocker in the Europa League, I think Arsenal overall are in a much better place than West Ham, have better quality, better manager. It's going to be an Arsenal win, 2-0. Southampton vs. Newcastle at St. Mary's Stadium. This will be a hard one to pick. Southampton, a team that has been very inconsistent, versus a Newcastle team that has scored very few goals, has not won a match in their last 5, and has a poor away record of 3-2-9. So, who am I going to pick here? Well, I think it's going to be a close match. I'm going to give the nod to Southampton, particularly because they are playing at home. And I think it's going to be Danny Ings that comes up big here for Southampton, like he has many times this season. I'm going to give this match 2-1 to Southampton. Sheffield United vs. Norwich at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United, a team that is looking to bounce back after a disappointing result to Brighton last week, and a Norwich team that is coming off a very big win against Leicester City last weekend. So, this should be an interesting one. Just to note, Sheffield United is high-flying in 8th position this season, whereas Norwich is at the bottom of the table. So, although Norwich did have a good result last week, they're so inconsistent. I think they lack the quality to get a result here. And they still have a very poor away record of 1-3-10. So, that said, I'm going to have to give the nod to Sheffield. I think they will look to bounce back after a disappointing result to Brighton and will get the job done. So, it's going to be 2-1 to Sheffield. Next, we have Crystal Palace vs. Watford at Sellers Park. Palace, a team that in their last 2 matches have won both in Palace fashion, winning 1-0 both matches, versus a Watford team that was having a dire state of form, but then went up to Anfield and beat Liverpool convincingly. So I think Watford are going to ride this form, and I think are going to be able to get something out of this match. I'm going to have it end 1-1. Burnley vs. Tottenham at Turf Moor. So, Burnley, a team that is undefeated in their last 5 games, moving up to 9th in the Premier League table, have absolutely been smashing it recently. Whereas a Tottenham team that, since Son's injury, have lost their last 3 matches. Where are the goals going to come from Tottenham? And Burnley aside, good at home. I think Burnley will actually be able to get something out of this match. This is going to be an interesting one, and I'm going to have it end 1-1. Chelsea vs. Everton at Stamford Bridge. This is going to be my upset of the week. Chelsea, an inconsistent side this season. I expect for this weekend them to slip up. Everton were robbed against United last weekend, and we've seen them play relatively well since 2020 has began. I think this is their weekend to get a big result and prove that Carlo Ancelotti is moving the needle at Everton. I think it's going to end 2-1 to Everton with goals from Calvert-Lewin and also Richarlison. Manchester United vs. Manchester City at Old Trafford. This should be an absolutely exciting match. So, Manchester United, since Bruno Fernandes has stepped in the door, has absolutely been smashing it, has stepped in and added a lot of energy to this United side, making them look much, much better in recent weeks. Whereas Manchester City, since their Champions League ban was announced, have been also smashing it. Like, look at some of their results. Beating Real away, beating Leicester away, and also winning the Carabao Cup in just a span of like 2 weeks. So they've been playing fantastic football. Unfortunately, I think Manchester City are going to win this game, even though they will be away. I think their attack is too relentless for United backline that has been playing 3 in the back, consisting of usually Maguire, Lindelof, and Shaw. So I think United's backline will not be able to hold that City front 3, and I'm going to have it end 3-1 to Manchester City. For our final match of the week, we have Leicester City versus Aston Villa at King Power Stadium. Leicester, a team that's going to look to bounce back from that disappointing loss to Norwich last week. Villa, a team that just lost the Carabao Cup to Manchester City last weekend, has conceded the most goals in the Premier League and also have lost their last 3 matches. I don't have much hope for Villa in this match. Leicester's quality is just too good for Villa, and I'm going to have it end 2-0 to Leicester City. Let me know in the comments your Match Week 29 Premier League predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you and take it easy. Peace.